With threats of fire weather conditions, more threats of potential power outages.
2 weeks after the broad fire in Malibu, as city leaders and residents praise the response, the latest on the investigation of what started it.
The SMMUSD's response as hateful messages have swept across the nation again.
And the healing powers of the ocean during king tides.
I just had my first ever conversation with my son. He's nonverbal.
The program that gives all kids the chance to experience the healing powers of the ocean. News at 5 starts now.
Malibu's only live newscast. This is NewsWaves 32, live.
With fire season in full effect, Malibu is facing the possibility of more power outages. Good evening, I am Gabrielle Salgado.
And I'm Mary Elizabeth. Welcome to NewsWaves on this Tuesday, November 19th. A SoCal Edison public safety power shutoff warning for eastern Malibu that was in effect has been lifted. The warning came 2 weeks after power was cut in the city for multiple days. NewsWaves reporter Jenna Parcio is live from Fire Station 70 with the latest. Jenna?
Thank you, Mary. Residents still reeling from the last power shutoff during the broad fire faced another one today. Take a look at this. SoCal Edison had a safety shutoff warning from Calabasas to the Civic Center area to Topanga in effect due to increased fire risk. We talked to the power company who said they pulled the warning down after evaluating weather conditions in the area. Still, drivers up and down PCH are seeing flashing signs of possible signal outages due to the warning. This comes as city leaders are taking action against Edison's method that they say is creating more danger in the city.
Our food was rotting in the refrigerator.
No service and dangerous road conditions with traffic lights out on PCH.
In Malibu, it's very close quarters. There's not a lot of places to go and to get out.
The last SoCal Edison power shutoff in Malibu Wednesday, November 6th, left residents without electricity for nearly 2 days.
This is not sustainable.
These preventative outages are known as public safety power shutoffs. SoCal Edison says these shutoffs are a last resort to prevent wildfires. But Malibu residents and leaders say what is meant to prevent danger is bringing more danger to the lives of residents, especially when there is no cell service.
One of my roommates also did try to call 911 during the power outage, and she called over 20 times and it never went through.
Other residents scrambled to local markets and gas stations, desperate to charge their devices.
Pavilions look like LAX with residents fighting over outlets.
Newly elected council member Halen Conrad told the council last Tuesday night about the desperate situations the shutoff created.
She was nursing her newborn in Pavilions while charging her breast pump.
At last week's council meeting, Mayor Doug Stewart proposed creating a task force or committee to deal with SoCal Edison.
They certainly are not making an effort to mitigate the risk that they create.
The local council members unanimously agreed and went further to declare a local public emergency around the power shutoff events.
A sense of urgency needs to be here.
The emergency declaration gives the city power to enact change more quickly. The Malibu City website says shutoffs will continue to be added and removed as SoCal Edison monitors the changing weather conditions in the area. Right now, there's hardly a breeze in eastern Malibu, so I'll send it back to the NewsWave studio and to Eden, who is monitoring the wind conditions. Eden?
Through Thursday, the Malibu area is facing elevated fire risks due to forecasted Santa Ana winds and low humidity. Wind speeds could be anywhere from 15 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. But as of right now, wind speeds are mild and about 5 miles per hour. I'll have more in the full weather report coming up. Until then, Mary, back to you.
Thank you, Eden. Intermittent closures on Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu are underway as Caltrans crews work on slope repairs. Closures to be aware of are between Coral Canyon Road and Latigo Canyon Road, where work will take place from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Drivers could face delays of up to 30 minutes, and officials recommend finding alternate routes. Crews are working to loosen and clear rocks from the hillside damaged by a large mudslide last winter, as well as additional debris that recently fell. The closures are expected throughout next Wednesday.
2 residential streets in Malibu might see some road improvements. Next week, the City Council is set to discuss the installation of speed humps on Bonsall Drive and Bush Drive. The speed humps on Bonsall Drive are planned to go from the PCA's intersection to the Zuma Canyon Trailhead. On Bush Drive, the speed humps are planned for a smaller section from Harvester Road to Cuthbert Road. The speed humps will slow down vehicles on the residential roads. The estimated cost of the project is $75,000.
Some ballots still need to be counted, but Malibu is congratulating its new City Council member, Halen Conrad.
Everybody to know that I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do what I believe is best for Malibu all the time.
As of this evening, according to the LA County Registrar, Conrad's total number of votes stands at 2,411. That lead knocks current City Council member Paul Grisanti out of the race. Even though Grisanti won't be a part of the City Council anymore, he says he still plans to make his voice heard.
And I'm planning to keep on pushing for the things that I'm trying to accomplish.
Current City Council members Bruce Silverstein and Steve Uring came in first and second in the race and will be serving second four-term year councils on the council.
As more students across the country have received racist text messages, the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District is responding. Claire reports on what school leaders are saying about the hate-filled messages.
As a new wave of racist text messages circulate across the country, this time targeting Hispanic and LGBTQ people, the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District is responding. In an email sent to all families in the district Friday, Superintendent Antonio Shelton opposed the messages, writing that they have no place in our society or schools. The disturbing messages started the day after the election, targeting Black and African American students. Some students at Santa Monica High received those messages. While the district says there have been no reports of students receiving the most recent messages, including at Malibu High, the principal of the school, Dr. Adam Almeida, says the messages are not acceptable.
Obviously, it's not anything that we condone and want our students to experience, so it's definitely a sad thing.
Almeida echoed the message from the district superintendent, saying that the district will continue to build community for all.
Trying to expose our students to a wide variety of academic information.
Just in September, the SMM-USD board passed resolution against hate. The district says it will support any student who experiences a racist or hate-motivated incident. Almeida supports the board's messaging and says it is important to remain consistent in these efforts.
I think being consistent in the messaging that we share and then that we support is important.
The FBI is investigating the text messages. In an email to the Santa Monica Daily Press, Dr. Shelton said concerns about a data breach being responsible for releasing students' cell phone numbers and allowing the hateful messages to spread is not possible.
Going at it alone. As Sahana Patel reports, Malibu's petition to separate from the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District is now in the hands of a county committee.
The almost decade-long fight for an independent Malibu school district is at a critical point. Last Wednesday night, for more than 2 hours, members of the Malibu community testified.
So for the record, this is what stakeholders look like.
Before a committee of the LA County Office of Education at Malibu High. In story after story,
this problem is not going away.
Parents expressed concerns over how the current district ignores the needs of Malibu students and schools.
We approached the district about having safety resource officers, as do Santa Monica, and/or private security, and we're shut down.
At last Tuesday night's City Council meeting, Christine Wood, who was representing Malibu in the split, presented new data highlighting academic performance differences between students in each city.
Malibu students are underperforming.
Claiming the Santa Monica School Board members are dragging their feet, Malibu is now pursuing the split on their own.
The district is just not in touch with the unique needs of the Malibu community.
Wednesday night, representatives for Santa Monica who spoke at the hearing said both sides are responsible for the delays and that the test score data Malibu presented is inaccurate.
We can certainly refute the offensive insinuations that Malibu students are neglected by the current SMM-USD, including the serious data error that was presented at the previous hearing.
City Council member Marianne Riggins said Malibu students are suffering because of the delays and urged the county committee to move forward.
I am asking the committee to put all of the other background noise aside and refocus on the petition and what is in front of you.
Wood still cautioned about the time it is going to take.
There will still be a significant amount of time that may pass before Malibu has an independent school district.
The county committee will now evaluate the arguments from both cities and make a recommendation for the State Board of Education to consider. No matter what that recommendation is, the city of Malibu will also present its case to that state board. It could have been another Woolsey.
The latest on the investigation into the Broad Fire as city leaders praise the first responders who fought the flames.
They can surf or they can be out in the ocean.
Surfing Saves, the program that is giving kids all the abilities to take a chance to catch a wave.
Welcome back. Almost 2 weeks after the Broad Fire, while the damage is clear.
As Mackenzie Krause reports, there's also a clear sense of how much worse it could have been.
These are the same conditions as the Thomas Fire and the Woolsey Fire, and we got through it.
With the Broad Fire igniting the same week as the Woolsey Fire did in 2018, at Tuesday night's City Council meeting, City Council members praised the response.
I think they did a magnificent job of protecting the residents and the houses.
Malibu residents, like Lana Little, say they felt the fire department had it handled.
My husband was down here in this area and he said a fire started. It wasn't too bad. I knew that the fire department was acting on it.
The fire sparked during high Santa Ana winds and spread across 50 acres.
We're very fortunate that we didn't have any, that the blaze did not get any further out of control.
Supervising rangers for the Mountains and Recreation and Conservation Authority who responded say the fire started around 10 a.m. Wednesday, November 6th, just off PCH.
The ignition point was probably approximately 15 feet from PCH.
As Ranger Tim said, you can see the start of the fire damage fairly close to the PCH. Several community members were able to capture some footage of the fire on their phones and post it to social media.
There are a lot of recordings on social media that some of them are pretty spectacular to watch. I don't mean spectacular in the sense that they're enjoyable, but the footage is spectacular.
What these social media clips don't show is the damage caused to Malibu homes.
There were 5 homes that were damaged, one significantly damaged.
While the source of the fire is still unclear, officials have eliminated one potential cause.
Prior to the incident, no encampments were present in the area.
Officials now say the Broad Fire serves as an important reminder to know how to be prepared as the windy season continues.
So do your brushing and stay on top of that, and you should be okay.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
And from that fire, we also know from Woolsey and the Mountain Fire, it could have just been so much worse.
And Eden, we are facing more fire danger this weekend, but so far the wind has not been bad.
That's right. The strongest gusts for today have come in at about 15 miles per hour, and thankfully earlier this evening, Cal Edison canceled its potential public safety power shutdown for eastern Malibu. As we near the end of November, we are starting to see cooler weather here in Malibu. Today's forecast consists of a high of 62 degrees and a low of 47. Winds will stay around 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 15 miles per hour. They may increase again through Thursday. It will be mostly sunny with a moderate UV index of 3. Taking a look at our regional weather, Santa Monica will be cooling down with today's high coming in at 64 degrees and dropping to a low of 47. Moving inland, we see temperatures jump up to 67 degrees with mostly sunny skies in Calabasas, with a drop to 41. Agora Hills and Thousand Oaks will also see mostly sunny skies with temperatures both peaking at 67 with a low of 40 degrees. While the wind isn't too bad right now, it will increase this week, keeping the fire threat high. The surf conditions are also looking poor today with the waves in the 2-foot range. Taking a look into our weekly forecast, tomorrow we will see sunny skies and cooler temperatures with a high of 62 and a low of 47 degrees. Thursday, it will be partly sunny with a high of 64 degrees and a drop to 50. Friday, we will see more clouds with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 54. The clouds will continue into Saturday, paired with a chance of rain. The high will be 63, and there will be a low of 52.
Thank you, Eden, for that report. And we are really seeing the fire weather in the forecast through Thursday, but once you get past Thursday, we're seeing that rainy weather, and that's going to be a nice relief for Malibu.
Yes, that's right.
Well, thank you so much, Eden. A program that gives kids with special needs the chance to surf.
NewsWaves reporter Nora Moriarty takes us to Surfrider Beach to show us a walk on water and the impact they make.
Gabrielle Mary's spirits are high and so are the tides. The King Tides arrived here in Malibu this weekend, and this special event is teaching kids the natural high of surfing. Take a look.
16-year-old Jayla Haynes has autism and limited verbal skills. But in the ocean, she's empowered. On Saturday, Walk on Water hosted one of their annual events at Surfrider Beach. Jeff Marsh, known to the community as Swampy, says the surf therapy program makes a remarkable impact.
And we have surf therapists that basically bring to the kids the transformative and healing powers of the ocean.
Jayla's older sister, Jasmine, says this event is a pleasant escape from a sometimes cruel world.
They're judged based off of their disabilities.
Teaching Jayla that despite her disabilities, she and every kid with special needs can.
They can surf, or they can be out in the ocean.
Surf therapist Justin DeMoss says that is his favorite part.
The chance to overcome something they never thought was possible and show them that they can do anything they put their mind to.
Kids are suited up into wetsuits, trained on the board by their surf therapist, then they head out into the water. Some kids enjoy the calm of the ocean water and sea life. Others experience the thrill of riding waves. As for Jayla, she did a little bit of both. Her sister says that just being in the water brings her peace.
The water calms her.
Swampy says the most fulfilling part of it all, the impact on kids and their families.
I was on the beach and I looked over and there was a guy next to me, a dad, and he was crying. And I just said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "I just had my first ever conversation with my son. He's nonverbal." And that kind of, you can tell, it still gets me today.
A special recognition for special community members.
To help them out in any way possible.
Meet the Malibu team on the front lines of helping homeless people, how they stay motivated with the work.
And from vibrant floral paintings to depictions of daily life, we take you inside the new art exhibit at City Hall.
Welcome back. A Malibu art exhibit that is highlighting girl power.
Viviana is here with more on this special event.
Thank you, guys. Still life, bold voices. The women of Malibu are redefining art.
One of my favorite ones is called Fractal Frenzy, which is all fractals. It's this incredibly complex green vegetable.
Malibu City Hall hosted Feminine Perspectives, an exhibit featuring 6 female artists from vibrant florals to symbolic depictions. The art explores beauty, culture, and identity. Local musicians, families, and art lovers attended the opening ceremony on Sunday, which filled City Hall with excitement. To see the art for yourself, stop by Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. The showcase will run through January 3rd. Live music pulses down PCH. Aviator Nation's Dreamland Open Mic Night is back. The event featured original songs and classics like the Star-Spangled Banner on electric guitar. One singer-songwriter performed her original song, Cry Baby, and shared appreciation for performing at the venue.
I think my favorite part about playing at Dreamland is the environment that the people that work here foster. It's very safe and you can just let go and have a great time.
Open mic is on the first Thursday of every month and open to all talent levels.
This is my first time at Santa Monica.
Even if it's still sunny in Southern California, there's a way to get into the winter spirit.
This is my first time at Ice at Santa Monica. It's very fun. There's so many people, very experienced.
Ice at Santa Monica has returned for their annual ice skating rink. The rink is sponsored by Disney Plus and is open from now until January 20th. Admission is $22, including skate rental. Shake Shack is also on site if you need to refuel after you leave the ice. Get your tickets at iceatsantamonica.com.
Well, thank you so much, Vivian, for that reporting. It definitely seems like that skating rink is a really fun way to get in that holiday spirit and make really fun memories with the family.
Yeah, there were so many people there and a lot of friends as well. So they talked about like their experience too and having that bonding experience. So thank you guys.
Of course,
Thank you,
Viviana.
It's the time of year to spread holiday cheer. The City of Calabasas is hosting its annual holiday toy drive. Drop-off locations include the Barnes & Noble at the Calabasas Commons, Calabasas City Hall, and the Calabasas Library. Toys must be new, unwrapped, and valued at $10 or more. All toys will be donated to the Volunteer League of the San Fernando Valley. The drive runs through December 16th.
A group paving the way for change. Rachel Flynn is here with the latest on this community-altering outreach group. Rachel?
Mayor of Malibu, Doug Stewart, acknowledged the work of community-based volunteers at the last City Council meeting. The Malibu Homeless Outreach Group has been making a real difference in the city since 2019. In the last City Council meeting, Mayor Doug Stewart presented the Malibu City Homeless Outreach Team with an award for their excellence in improving public safety.
And because of that, we have a special recognition for you. It cannot begin to honor the work that you do.
The Malibu Homeless Outreach Team, through the People Concern organization, helps unhoused individuals within city limits get placed in interim or permanent housing. Jimmy Galero, a member of the outreach team, first experienced this kind of work while volunteering at a homeless shelter.
Totally changed my perception of the homelessness issue.
Seeing the effects of homelessness in Malibu also inspired team member William Alorando to take action.
Give me a little bit more motivation to help them out in any way possible.
Alorando says volunteering has reminded him of the importance of serving the community.
At the end of the day, we are all human, so the best thing that we could do is just help each other out.
Regarding the health of these unhoused individuals, Galero says it is important to address their unique needs.
It's different from person to person.
Alorando says health challenges should not prevent individuals from getting the help they need, and their team is working to make this an easier road.
Kind of cutting the red tape a little bit and making it easier access for everyone to have housing.
The outreach team monitors homelessness in Malibu through its monthly reports. Encampments at Legacy Park have become less and less over the last few years, as you can see behind me. In September, there were 68 unhoused individuals in Malibu, making this the city's lowest homeless count numbers to date. The team has had many successes in helping people off of the streets, but will not forget the lives of those who could not access the help they needed.
Rest in peace to Russell, and rest in peace to Kenny, who unfortunately passed away on the street before we could get them the help that they desperately needed.
The Malibu Outreach Team is having a tremendous impact on the community, and they've even seen a decrease in homelessness. The group will be doing their yearly homelessness count beginning of 2025. Residents looking to volunteer can find more information at malibucity.org.
Thank you, Rachel. And the People's Concern does very important work for the homeless community here in Malibu.
Yeah, and hopefully throughout their direct work, we see a direct decrease in the homelessness population.
Renovation is making its way to Bluffs Park, but not on the field.
Plus, it's basketball season for Malibu High, and they shined in their home opener.
And students and staff brought their best backhand to a pickleball fundraiser. Every serve, bounce, and slam supported a scholarship that honors Pepperdine's 4 girls. Welcome back. You might have a new place to buy your sunflower seeds and hot dogs while watching Malibu Little League. Mayor Paul Grisanti will discuss the possible construction of a permanent snack shack at Bluffs Park during next week's City Council meeting. Currently, the Malibu Little League uses a storage container as their concession stand. If approved, the prefabricated building will have storage, a snack shack, and a public restroom, as well as an outdoor seating area.
And it's game time for the Malibu High's varsity basketball team. Nina joins us with the results and more in so many sports. Nina?
That's right, Mary. The Malibu Sharks got a dominating win over Magnolia Science Academy to kick off the basketball season. The Sharks beat the Warriors in a huge 75-40 victory. Senior point guard Dylan Goosen was the leading scorer and player of the game with 55 points, 30 of those coming from 10 made three-point shots. Freshman guard Tommy Cupp had 12 points of his own. Last season, Malibu finished 7th in the Citrus League with only 4 wins on the year. After this home win, Malibu High now sits at 1-0 at the start of the winter sports season. And checking in with the Waves, the Pepperdine Soccer Cinderella season came to a close in the first round of the NCAA tournament against the Cal Berkeley Golden Bears. After a monumental season with Coach Tim Ward's 300th win and the team being crowned the 2024 WCC champions, the number 22 Waves fell to Cal in double overtime. Cal scored the first goal of the game in the first half, but the Waves tied it up in the second half to send the game into overtime tied at 1. In the second period of Golden Goal overtime, Cal ended the game with a corner kick goal to advance and knock Pepperdine out. And the Four Angels Memorial Fundraiser took place at Pepperdine's pickleball courts this past week.
It means a lot to us to be able to do something and honor them and their memory.
The fundraiser proceeds are dedicated to the Our Four Angels Endowed Scholarship, honoring the 4 Pepperdine students who were killed in a car crash on PCH last year. Professor Connie James and students from her Management Theory and Practice course organized the pickleball tournament for Pepperdine students.
Well, thank you so much, Nina, for reporting on those stories. And I know firsthand that that fundraiser was just such an amazing experience for everyone who attended to keep the girls' memories alive.
Definitely. It was such a beautiful opportunity for Pepperdine to come together and honor those students who made such an impact at our school.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nina.
Ghirardelli Chocolate is bringing its sweet treats to Santa Monica. The San Francisco-based chocolatier will open its first Santa Monica location tomorrow on Ocean Avenue, just steps away from the pier. The menu will feature Ghirardelli favorites, including over 13 variations of its world-famous hot fudge sundae, milkshakes, and a pick and mix area for customizable chocolate square selections. The grand opening, led by Mayor Phil Brock and the Santa Monica Chamber of Commerce, will begin at 1 p.m. and the first 100 guests will receive a free hot fudge sundae.
Wow, a free hot fudge sundae.
I know. So I think we need to go and get our sweet treat after the amazing semester we just had in NewsWaves.
Yes, we'll be lining up in Santa Monica.
Yes, we'll be there.
That will do it for us this evening and this semester.
Thank you for following along. We will be back in January with more Malibu local news. Please have a great night.